blood is caked thick on these stones. Long used, the eastern crypts house the bodies of those most faithful to the Black Abbot. This once magnificent temple of Vol was ravaged by the Black Abbot's forces. The interior of the temple has suffered just as greatly as the exterior. The catacombs are sealed by two intricately locked boxes. The only way forward is into the swampy muck. A long hall extends ominously before you. This key will open the first of the seal locks. The hallways here have been crushed by the force that destroyed. The hallway ahead screams of death and dismemberment. These keys will open the lower catacombs. Vol's followers were sealed in centuries ago. The seal shudders and opens. A voice echoes in your mind. Summon forth the 12 seal people, then meet your death. Guardians launching with a shower of ethereal wisps. The catacombs are open. Lost in prayer, the high priest bows before the altar to Vol. Vol's voice whispers in your ear. Turn back. Dust and dark fog spew from the portal ahead of you. As the final inevitable falls, you are returned to Eberron. A statue of the Lady Vol, rich mistress of the vampires. will stand with you against the abbot. A massive tree has fallen here, forming a convenient, if unconventional, bridge. Heat rises from the menacing entrance to the Inferno of the Damned. A hoarse voice echoes through the stone. The black sunlight streams in through a crack in the ceiling. Intense heat radiates from this focus. Flames of damnation engulf this room. Guardian goes as the flames before the torch to find and defeat his undying soul. The withered plants somehow withstand the intense burning of the infernal flames. Light the flame, overwhelmed by the fire. Destroy what remains. The Guardian awaits your summons. As the last blue flame flickers out, the husk of a burnt out is nothing but ash. Hasten to the remaining three. The hallway continues unabated through the flames. This wall is curiously devoid of flame. The torches lie cold. They crave the torches burn bright. The Guardian is fallen, but his soul is not. Find him in the Inferno. Now silence the flames to summon him once more. A chill fills the room and down to remain. Remains undead. Seek it out. Wargs sleep in this and ruined. This familiar-looking dog burns with intense flame. He will arise when the torches are darkened. The cinder spawns. I feel my power return. There is but one left. The rope descends and flows, bubbling across the wind's sea. While the flames burn blue, the guardian will not return. The final undead guardian is the abbot's foul lapdogs are no more. Find me in the center. Sinis bursts into the room. The cinder spawn accepts you as a worthy opponent and agrees to aid you against the Black Abbot. Of bones have been heaped here in the orchard. Scorch marks stripe the Fleshmaker's laboratory. Zombies shamble down the west hallway, prodded along by apprentice guards. The nauseating smell of rotting carcass eaters dine on body parts deemed unsuitable for use. The stench of refuse. The smell of rot dissipates as you enter the key. A key glistens beyond the acid and poison spray down the harvested zombies, preparing them for disassembly. This passage leads behind the treatment rooms and up to the security chambers. You land with a splash. The stream carries fresh zombies into the chopping room. Slicing blades and a swift current create and ship the parts for Mentau's abominations. The air feels hotter and denser as you descend deeper into the labyrinth. A heavy locked door stands to the north. The assembly area is a large chamber with many stations. Apprentice artificers work diligently. Surgical, woodworking, and metallurgy tools surround this major operating This small alcove proves a welcome place to rest for a moment. A large runed crystal hangs above a special operating table. The ground is scorched as the flesh golem crumples to the floor. No longer in control of his creations, Mentau hid in the control room and awaited help. Lightning constantly discharges throughout these pockets. Above the Room of Life, you can clearly see the lightning conduits disappear into two passages. The second lever clicks into place, and a large static charge fills the air. The lightning machine is open. the lightning machine shuts down, its true source of power appears. The detonator dissipates into the breeze. The laboratory is safe. Over the centuries, the Black Abbot's enemies have been brought to this place to be slaughtered and sacrificed. The corpses hanging from the tree of woe rustle ominously in the wind. The tunnels run deep beneath the tree of woe, moaning. Several philosophers mull curiously. The wayward philosophers gather on the ice. A thin layer descending deeper into the glacial abyss, a voice calls to you. The abbot must be stopped. Embedded in the ice glow brilliantly before and below him. Vertisi is slain, but cannot pass on without his brother. From the abbot's tyranny opens the depths of the abyss and sends them to the afterlife, together. The familiar voice calls again, louder and clearer. You are close. Imprisoned in the cell before you is a dreadful doom sphere. Free me from this prison, and the abbot will fall. The first soul has been released. The second soul has been released. The ghostly beholder addresses you. The ice crumbles under your feet as the traitorous doomsphere attacks. The frozen floor shatters as the battle rages on. The ice cracks and breaks once again. The doomsphere's rage is barely contained by the ancient. The doomsphere stops fighting and beckons you closer. It was the only way. mausoleum is grand, yet sparse and dense. The orchard of the macabre glows red through the stained glass. As if they could close in any moment. The hallway tightens into a small corridor. Meets his fate, the gates open. The treasures of the Lich glitter at the end. The floor vanishes as you drop into an ambush. Gears grind throughout the Black Mausoleum. The right signal crystal begins to glow green. Gears grind and moan. The center signal crystal begins to glow green. The mausoleum shudders as the grinding grows louder. The left signal crystal glows green. It's open. The only way forward is down. The air grows cold and thick as you descend deep into the Black Mausoleum. You fall into a small cage. Ahead of you, a black dragon sleeps. Roar as the north doorway opens. The path to the High Priest beckons you.
The Silver Flame are looking into cult activity in the area. Your help would be greatly appreciated.
Aratraco stands before you. Too late, mortals! The planar orb is already mine. I'll leave my minions to deal with you. And what remains of those metal slippers. An Orthon guards a cage containing a large dire bear. With the guard out of the way, you can now open the cell doors. The bear nods and says, "One last thing. I can open any of the sealed gatekeeper doors you might encounter. Just ask, and I will come." This door bears an ancient inscription. A hum of powerful magic pulses inside it. Thanks to Barett, you can now pass through the ruined door. The bear turns to speak to you. Let me know if I can be of any additional assistance. Grim smiles and says,
"Thank you for helping me in my brethren."
As you enter the alley, you spot cultists guarding the gatekeeper's glade. Wolf snarls at his prisoner. As you enter the gatekeeper's stronghold, you spy a second gatekeeper portal in the corridor ahead. As splinters of the shattered door drift down around you, Dire Bear nods at the corridor ahead. The gatekeeper. It is protected by a large stone door. The stone door rolls open to reveal a hidden glade in the very heart. A small path along the cliff wall leads to a room above, where the cleric's ritual is underway. The cleric turns towards you, livid with rage. Dead the cleric, finally the cleric falls, ending the ritual and returning peace and tranquility to this small glade.
A scrap of paper inside the book reads, Bill of Sale. 12 school children in good condition. Shipped to Mr. Smythe. Payment on delivery. The final entry in the diary reads, "This Smythe fellow is involved in questionable activities, but I'll use the Borson name to keep the guards away so long as he keeps sending platinum my way. In any case, no one will notice the disappearance of some common street rabble." The last entry in the account book reads, 8 dozen sturdy iron cages, warranted to hold prisoners, ordered by Mr. Smythe and paid in full. A solitary warforged stands in the center of the courtyard. You have finally located the elusive Mr. Smythe. Responsible for snatching people from the streets of the Saltire district. But who was this odd beholder working for? And what is the purpose of the creatures known as the Taken? One investigation is complete, but another is just beginning.
After a long march through the hidden cave, Eritreiko says, "I have found the eldritch attractor needed for the ritual. I leave the rest of the facility to your meager skills, pet."
Release my control gem, and we'll see who calls who pet.
Mutters the enslaved slod. Don't be foolish, pet. You should be honored. I'm allowing you to use a codex page to gain power. Now then, get to work. The pit fiend continues. I expect you to retrieve the Titans for my forces in Shavarath, or else. The slod almost smiles.
But it seems we have company, Master. So much for your vaunted secrecy.
Eritreiko snaps. Take care of it. Remember, I expect results, or I'll burn you to ash. Something about these crates seems strange. The archway leading into the dangerous artifact storage area is sealed by a powerful barrier.